Curtis A reached out to me, said make a theme song for my show. Said alright, just give me all the details, man. And my homie says he don't know. Well, if you're gonna pay me big bucks, cause I might should have something to say. He said, you know what I bring, I'm the customizing king, nothing else matters anyway. So is he gonna have guests? I don't know. Is he gonna go live? I don't know. What time will it be? What will you see? I'm pretty much in the dark, but I can guarantee he'll be customizing action figures, getting paint all on his fingers. It's art by Akerman. It's art by Akerman. Tips and tricks and conversation, sharing his gift with every nation. It's art by Akerman. Art by Akerman. You best get ready, cause now it's time for Art by Akerman.
Welcome back, folks. It's the end of another week, and boy, was this a freaking long one. It's been a week. I am ready to open up some packages, hang out with you great people in the chat, and hang out with the person that is coming to the stage now. He is the star of the all-new Off-World. He is the man that brings most of the recon and all of the rage. It is Blake, aka Recon Rage. Blake, how you doing, sir?
I echo your sentiment 100%. I thought last week was a little arduous. This week was, for many facets, very mentally challenging. We'll just leave it at that.
It's been a week. So, getting a little bit. I don't know if you've got a fan on. Getting a little bit.
Yeah, I got the AC on because it's 101 degrees here.
All right, we'll let it slide then.
If it's really really bad, I can knock here. You know what? I'll knock it off for a mail call.
No, if you, that's fine. That's fine. It's fine. It's not too bad.
Better?
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
Okay.
So just long week of work. I'm trying to get some stuff recorded because I'm going to be on the road next week. Obviously, there was some stuff in the community, some drama in the community, which I'm not going to get into too much here. May touch on it slightly a little bit tonight on Off-World, but here we're going to kind of, not really address it in this space. Do have some folks out there in the chat. Let's see who we've got out there. We got Purple Ray Lemonade, because everybody's trying to get on that winning train, so they're adding some lemonades and Echevarias to their names. We got Dub3 in the house. Just recorded with him how'd they do that, which will be dropping Monday. That was a really fun conversation. We've got Art by Akerman guy. So starting in a minute. Yeah, we were having a good conversation, so we were a little delayed. We got James Studio Samudio. We have got Jen Syak, aka Lucky Sprinkles. We're gonna give her the lucky back in her name, even though she hasn't won anything for a while, so she needs to get back on that winning train. We've got Freaks Figures in the house. Jesse Marshall is here. We've got Benny Torres. What's up, Benny?
Benny.
Starscream is here, my close personal friend from when I was young. Scrolling, and I think that is everybody. Benny says, "What's going on, Curtis?" Blake, not much, Benny. Just ready for the weekend. So,
amen.
I think tonight on Off-World I'm going to be drinking. I'm just letting people just throwing that out there. I'm going to be having a few drinks.
I might be drinking and some ice cream. Really throw my home workout diet right out the window.
Yeah, might be Miller time. Let's see. Starscream says from Recon Rage to Aircon Rage.
Ooh, I like that.
All right. Is Blake standing?
Yeah. So I have a sit to stand desk at my home area here, and I try to stand as much as possible. I alternate it, but yeah, it's fun. It's good for the back too. So
very cool. All right. Well, let's see. As far as the channel goes, did just drop the Belualith this morning. Actually dropped last night for members, but for everybody else, dropped this morning. I just got to apologize to folks out there because it's a long video. It's the longest exploded figure review I've done. I had 4 hours worth of footage that I had to edit down to like an hour 20, I think is what I got it to. There is so much tooling in that figure and the chimera and all that kind of stuff. Like there's just a lot of stuff that I needed to go over and geek out over. And then I would say certain things, and then I would figure out that what I said wasn't quite true. So I have to change it up. Like I would say something wouldn't work in a spot, but it did work in a spot, and just like the swappability options and stuff. So, so there's definitely a lot of extra filming and stuff that went into that one. So check it out. It is, I will say, you know, for the deluxe purchase price that you're paying for that figure, you're getting a crap ton of stuff in that Bluelith package. So definitely worth it. Jose Sanchez popped in, says never seen one of these live. What's up, everyone? What's going on, sir?
What's up, Jose?
And just a reminder, anybody that's out there, they see, well, some of these people have their names in green and some have their names in black. And what's the difference? Well, those green folks, they are the ones that are paying $1.99 to be a member of the channel, which you can be as well. It's $1.99 a month. And you get early access to videos like the Bluelith one that we were just talking about. You get entered into extra giveaways, and you get early access and discounted price on the Art by Akerman customizing paintbrush set. So all of that for being a member. So
and here
you'd like to $1.99.
And here I thought that the green meant that they were orcs or goblin fans.
It could be. They could be that as well. Yeah, it's not mutually exclusive. So Dirk pops in. Welcome, Dirk. Says, hey, get those subscriptions in, worth every penny. Dirk Nagel, Dirk's Designs, now an official retailer of Four Horsemen Studios. He is taking over the orders from the Wolf King. So yeah, welcome and thanks, and make sure you're supporting him because he is an awesome dude. So well, I don't have packages from a lot of different people today. Like normally I've got packages from like 4, 5, 6 different people. It's really just Wolf King Customs and Four Horsemen, but it's a lot of stuff. so I'm just going to go ahead and start getting into it. Let me hold on. Let's see. Freaks Figure says, how long do you have to be a member to qualify? I'm really good at missing subscription payments. As long as you subscribe today, you're good today. Just let me know if something happens down the road. Whatever, it is what it is. Wholesome Warlock says nerds, and then a bunch of purple hearts. Yeah, we flip birds at nerds. Flipping birds at nerds. Okay, this first one is from Wolf King Customs. So I was getting some All-Stars 6 and some other things from him. Initially, Len was packing up my order, and I think he'd already packed it up. He had weighed it, was ready to ship it, and then he had a horse in here that I did not order. So then he's like, well, I already weighed it. Is there something else that you want? And so then I think I got some extra figures that weren't initially going to be in there. So let's see what we got. First box, 3 figures. Let me embiggen myself. So first off, we got a Skeleton Raider. We got one of those guys, which is good because the one that I got for my all-in has already been customized into a Skeleton He-Man. One, keep track out there, folks. Somebody add these up for me. This is 1 Enoch. Okay.
I have a funny feeling there's a bunch of them coming.
A Thrasis, the first Risen, which I've already got for my all-in, but he is a super cool character. I love those soft goods on him with like the torn spot in the middle and everything. Very cool. So that is the first box for Wolf King Customs. Then second box is this big guy. So this one is huge. Let me start cutting into this. Always cut towards yourself. Oh wait, no, it's supposed to be the other way. All right. Normally have these cut open ahead of time, but
have you ever noticed that factory tape, like on the boxes that come from China, has got a weird glue on it? It's just different.
I have not. But yeah. I'll notice down. All right. We got a Scally Bone Splitter. Very cool. Then
I love that figure. That figure's so cool.
Gorthok, Shadow Orc. Love some Gorthok. Works really well with the unconed one. If you've got one of those from Legion's Con, the wings are a perfect match for kind of his skin condition. And it looks really awesome on here. So does the armor. Just FYI. I'm gonna need to make some room because this is gonna be quite a bit. All right. Fury Clan Orc. So this is one of the things that he was able to add because I didn't have a horse and he needed to fill up some room. So always can use some extra Fury Clan Orcs. Enoch, number 2. This is number 2. Make sure you keep in track, folks. Keep track. Put that up here. Another Fury Clan Orc. So got 2. Let's see. 3.
When it gets to my toes, it ain't happening.
7, 8, 9.
Gonna be like the NFL here soon. I'm gonna get my gloves like this. There we are.
And we're in the double digits, folks. We're in the double digits. So
Now
then
I see why they sold out.
Yeah. Ignatius.
Beautiful
really
figure.
Cool. It's an older figure, but man, that paint job on there is spectacular. It's fantastic. So Baradak, big guy. I haven't opened my one for my all-in yet. So and then
Dub 3 says, "Good Lord."
Yep.
And Jen said, "Dang, Curtis."
We have 6 of the black belts pack. Oh, sorry, wait. This is the brown one. 6 of the brown one, and then 6 of the black one. So 12 belts packs. Because we got to retrofit those old figures with some new belts, new belt goodness. So,
Hey, how do you say that guy's name at the bottom there? I can't remember. Jeremy
Govier.
Yeah, that's it. Yep.
Yep. Some people say Govier, but they're wrong. So let's see. Benny says 10. Okay, nice. Yeah, Benny's probably got boxes and boxes of this
I was
stuff.
gonna say Benny's got like probably a truck
Benny's
backing
got
up right now.
He's got a whole shed full of them, I'm sure. Let's see. We lost Curtis. Just talking boxes now. Would all of those Enochs make an army of one? Maybe. I could tell you at least 2 of these Enochs I've started to paint some Dubon heads for after messing around with that Paladin Cleric. I really love that kind of hooded cleric look. So I've already started working on a couple of the Dubon heads to fit on here with the Enoch body. I think that's going to look really nice. Need that Curtis money. You just need that Curtis irresponsibility is what you need. James says Curtis money shot in space. I did buy a lot of them, but he knew ahead of time. This wasn't like a late thing. I told him right away. So hopefully he ordered enough. I know he's out of stock, but I think that's because it's a really awesome figure.
I think it's funny they put in there that didn't have that way. They'd have to send anything to mail it over to Len. He didn't have anything to mail to Dirk. So when they were doing the switch over, you bought it all.
Nice. So yeah, awesome stuff here. At least if 1 or 2 of these Enochs will be available for a giveaway. Because I'm getting close to 2,000 subscribers. I'm like 1920 or something like that. And we're going to be opening up some test shots here in a second. May even have some test shots for that 2,000 giveaway. So,
ooh, wow.
If you haven't already subscribed to the channel as well as becoming a member, make sure you subscribe because once we get to 2,000, we're going to be doing a big giveaway. So let me put this stuff away. Some of those out of here. All right. So that was all Wolf King Customs. Thank you, Len. Appreciate you. Now, main warehouse. And this is for a one Curtis Akerman. That's me. So let's see what we got. I know not all of our test shots come in yet, but some of them have. So we'll see which ones we got. Dirk says, I can confirm Curtis got all the Enochs. Sorry, sir. I did tell him ahead of time, so he knew how much to order. So the test shots, they come in bags. So let's see what we got here. And it is the Shadow Orc Grunt, which is the figure that Jesse and I were able to do the reveal for. So
That's cool.
I was really hoping to get this one. I was really excited about it because it's just kind of a special moment, for us and the Shooting the Shelf show, because it was like we went to Legion's Con that year before. They had like a whole Jeopardy thing with a bunch of the Legion shows, and we weren't included because we didn't have Legions in our name. And we just kind of felt like kind of the, bastard stepchild of YouTube when it came to the Legion shows. So when we were able to do the reveal for the Shadow Orc Grunt, it was just a really special moment for me and Jesse as a friend, couple. I don't know, whatever you want to call it, for our friendship, our show. It's just a really important moment. So being able to have the test shot of that as just kind of another part of that production process is just kind of really cool. I'm really excited for that.
And now you both have tribute figures. So how cool is that?
Yeah. I'm not a huge test shot guy, but I'm gonna have to try to get that test shot too. Welcome, new member, Freaks Figures. Thank you very much. Appreciate you becoming a member. So it says, I've finally done it. Well, welcome, sir. You are now inevitable. So I believe that is Darla coming home, which means my dog's probably going to act like an idiot, FYI. Benny says, nice test shot. Thank you. Appreciate it. Platonic couple. Yes, me and my platonic couple friend, Jesse. So there you go. So that is my test shot that I've gotten so far. And then Darla told me I could open this one. This is hers, I believe. Yes, Darla from the main warehouse. And she actually just walked in the door. I'm getting ready to open up your test shots. So, what's up? Got a couple kids coming in to visit. As long as they don't stay and live here, I'm good. Stay and live here. Yeah. All right, let's take some of this stuff out. So, Darla, love her to death, but she's kind of silly. And so what she did 2 weeks in a row was she went into the test shot sale, ordered something, purchased it, went through the whole thing, then went back to get something else because there was still stuff available, got a second thing, went to go check out, didn't realize that it put the first thing back in her cart and checked out with it again. So we had to message Diego and Jeremy and ask them to cancel the order. So they canceled the single order, which meant that the two that she ordered the second time on accident actually shipped together. She did that 2 weeks in a row. So the first figure that she got, which is the one that she was really after, is Thrace. So let me get that out of the baggie here.
What's up there, Jeff?
But yeah, so you got Thrace there, and she's got her soft goods and spell effects and everything. So very cool. Little snaky goodness.
Yeah, that's cool.
Spell effect. So yeah, she'll be excited about that one. And she's got a little Detolf cube down here in the bottom corner that I'm sure she'll be putting that in. Here's your Thrace. Ooh, thank you. And then this one, oh my goodness, look at all that. This is the female tactics orc. So it's got all the different orc heads. So this is kind of the body that it came on. But she also has this whole bag of goodness of stuff. So there's a whole, and I thought this, out of all the tactics ones, the elves are great. The male orc is fantastic. I love the male orc. but the female orc is one set of legs away from 2 complete figures. So you got 2 whole bodies, right? You've got like 4 or 5 heads, including this one that I thought looks great on the orc. The way that they painted it, they did like this like star effect on the side of her head and stuff. So it's like the Juno head, but yeah. So yeah, that's cool. All the different other heads and accessories and everything. Those tactics ones were actually, they lasted pretty long, and I think that's a good one to get as a test shot because it's just got a lot of stuff with it. So there is your second one.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So those are her test shots, my test shots, bunch of stuff from Wolf King Customs. And yeah, I think that's about it. Here is the Belualith that I just did the review for. She's also fantastic, but I think as far as mail, I think that's it, unless there was something else that when you guys came in. Oh, something else came in. Mail call, folks. Oh, from Perry. I didn't know that I was getting anything from Perry. So we got a surprise package from Perry Morrell Jr. So let's see what we got. Just arrived. Any other comments out there? Jeff, you missed Curtis's Enoch army. I'm sure he'll get to see it. So Jeff's got the link. Jeff could always pop on if he wanted to. All right, let's see what we got from Perry. He's got a bunch of this stuff in here, which is still better than styrofoam peanuts, but also kind of, you got to be careful. You don't want this stuff getting everywhere either. And he says, and I'll do this in my best Golden Girls voice. Thanks for being a friend. There you go. You are most welcome, Perry. Thank you for the surprise package. Let's see what we got here. It's a little bubble bag, which are nice. I don't know where you get them, but I've gotten them from a few people, and it's pretty neat. Oh, shoot. Oh, my God, yes. Okay. So it is 2 different, well, it's the same one, but two copies of it. I'm big of myself. Hands holding a Medusa head.
Oh, that's cool.
Like from Clash of the Titans, which is awesome because I totally have a Perseus build that I'm working on, and this is going to be fantastic for us. So I'll be able to just kind of plug that in to the arm there. I was going to modify. I had a kind of a Medusa sculpt, like a head sculpt from Planetary Dog, that I was going to modify and try to like add like a little bit of a neck and stuff, but this has already got it in there. It's got the, like the nasty blood parts hanging down from the neck, and then the hand that's right attached to it. So look at that. It's pretty cool. Let me try to focus it. There you go.
That's really neat.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
Very cool.
Yeah, thanks, Perry. That's cool. Yeah, I love that. That's awesome, Curtis. A hand holder. Yeah, it's really cool. So thank you, Perry. I will have to message him just because I don't see him in the chat here. Benny says, should have grabbed a few more of those Tactics male orcs, the way I could display on 4 heads on their own body. I do have a couple extras if you need some. Hit me up. I don't know how many though. I thought I saw somebody had them for sale. Maybe Articulated Empire. I think he might have some for sale. I know he has some of the Tactics. I just don't know which ones.
Yeah, Steve's got it for sale. That's affirmative.
Gotcha. So there you go. Super jealous. Well, if I find out where he got those from, I will let you know, or just hit him up yourself and say, hey, where'd those Medusa heads come from? So, but yeah, that's going to really work out great. Cause like I said, I'm working on a Perseus custom anyway, and this is going to be fantastic for it. So beautiful. Blake, you got anything to open or anything that you want to show and talk about?
I'll save most of it for tonight, but I will share this one. I thought this was really cool. So unfortunately, the little Blockies defenders kind of got me a little in the minifigures, and I didn't really want to knock down that door, but I got this little one.
Ah, very cool.
It's a custom. It's called Crazy Bricks.
Oh,
I guess these are all customs. There's a set of them that came in green and then one in orange and black, like this one. Just kind of coming across red, but it's actually orange and black.
that's cool.
And then I had to pick up these guys. I'll show them again tonight. But this is a little shout out to Joe G. So I got the D&D.
I like that little chalice.
Right? And another D&D figure.
Very cool. Was that a red skull? And what's in the other hand?
And his
Like a flame effect?
blood effect. Yeah, it's a blood effect actually.
Oh, blood effect. Gotcha.
That's nice because they're in proportion. Because okay, we'll show that later tonight. I'm super excited. I'm super excited for that
G
one.
says stopping in for a quick hello. Well, hello, G. Appreciate you,
What up, G?
Awesome. Well, I know tonight we have a special episode of Offworld. The brand new Offworld with 100% more rage, because we are doing the best space film. So we are having a bracket again. The brackets seem to be very fun. I think we're going to try to do that every other week. Every other week, we're going to try to do a bracket if we can. And this one is on space film. So at first we said sci-fi, but there's a lot of stuff that falls into sci-fi, and we really wanted to kind of focus on space. And then we said space sci-fi, and we're like, well, that might limit it a little too much. So we just said space film. So best space film. We've got 32 selections. The list was started by Jeff Evans, completed by myself. Whatever 32 movies are in there, those are the 32 we have to choose from. If yours didn't make the list, I'm sorry. Start your own show.
I love when you say that every time. I love when you go, you don't like it? Start your own damn show.
Yeah. That said, if anybody is like a super space geek and they would love to, join us tonight for that bracket, hit me up. If we've got screen room, we will add you, and you can definitely vote in the bracket process. Give you a little bit of a teaser, a little sneak peek here. Let me share this. So here we go. And we'll go presentation mode. There we go. That is the first battle tonight. 2001: A Space Odyssey versus The Right Stuff. So
that's a tough one right out the gate.
Yep. And it doesn't get any easier from there. So it's going to be an interesting night. Space films galore. Will your favorite space film win out? I don't know. You'll have to stop in and see. So,
you know what, Curtis? Mine's there's going to be a hell of a lot to pay this time. The rage will come out tonight.
You single-handedly won the coward bracket. So, I don't know. I think you got to let somebody else, get
oh, no, everybody's welcome. This is America. You're welcome. Just step on up.
Yeah, for anybody that missed our coward bracket, Blake was very enthusiastic, we'll say, on that bracket. He had some thoughts. He had some thoughts on it. So, and somebody that I never would have voted for at the beginning, just because I don't even really think of that movie, kind of steamrolled all the way through the whole bracket. So, we'll see what happens tonight.
That loser, I'm telling you. I'm so up him, I'm telling you.
Will there be a rage-inducing entry into the bracket? Okay, I don't see him watching, so I'm going to just let you guys know right now. If Jesse shows up tonight, there is a pick that I threw on the bracket specifically for Jesse to trigger him. So I'm hoping that he shows up. Don't tell him. But yeah, I'm hoping that he shows up because I put one pick in there just to trigger him. So.
Oh, it's always fun to watch Jesse just like shut down.
Yeah,
I love Jesse, but it's funny to watch him just like.
He's done a much better job over the last year or so of just letting, like, when I pick at him, just like ignoring it, right? Because he knows if I get bored, I'll just go away. So, and it's just like sometimes it's like punching a pillow. It's like you want to hit the speed bag and you want it to come back to you, but instead it's just you hit a pillow and just does nothing. But every now and then I can trigger him, and I got a trigger pick for Jesse.
Shooting the Shelf is hilarious. One of my biggest aspects of that show that I love watching is watching Jesse when you say something, his body language. You say something, he'll sometimes just like this. It's just his responses, his non-verbal responses are the ones that just crack me up.
Yep. So that should be fun. Join us tonight for that. Tomorrow we have got a figure obscura dropping. So got a little tease this morning on that. I think there's a lot of people out there that are thinking this is going to be the time. Everybody's been wondering the last few years, when are we getting a Jersey Devil? I think this is it. They're based in New Jersey. Obviously, that's kind of like the most, most famous figure obscura type character in that area. So I think it was just a matter of time, and it feels like this is the spot for it. So could be wrong, but I think it'll be interesting because, I don't know a ton about the Jersey Devil. What I do know is that there's many different depictions of it. Like there's if you look up like pictures of the Jersey Devil, you're going to find like 10, 12 different versions of what it could look like. And I know when they make these things, they try to make it as accurate as possible to the lore, the literature, whatever the case may be. So it'll be interesting to see what direction that they took this, as well as, for like this channel, what pieces are customizer friendly that we could use for other things, and what things might we see down the road in other parts. So Blake, any thoughts on do you think it's Jersey Devil? And if so, kind of what it may look like, or any kind of, they've been putting a lot of like the Dio accessory type pieces in there. Anything that you think that we might get and see tomorrow?
I'm actually pretty clueless on this one. I believe that is a very good one to hone down to. Something that I was looking towards, or had this feeling, and maybe it's coming up in the future, is because of the recent release that we got through Mythic, the Hordes of Isabel. Mm-hmm. I was kind of wondering, and I know, that one, I'm so small. I know it's too soon, maybe, but they've been doing a lot of tooling in advance, before we realize. So I was always hoping for a Red Riding Hood and a Big Bad Wolf. And I always thought that would be a good one for figure obscura. Everyone knows the Big Bad Wolf and the Red Riding Hood story. And now that we have the sculpts, some new soft goods, different paint deco, really cool two-pack box, or, maybe they might sell them singly, like they did at Anubis and all that. So I don't know. The New Jersey Devil, I think that's going to be an awesome figure. I've already looked at the different options, and there's so many different, like you said, there's so many different options. There's a few that I like, and there's ones I don't like on the art style. So, but I mean, when has the Horsemen actually let us down? That's all I'm going to say.
That's true. It's a fun process, folks. It's really, I think figure obscura is my favorite toy line in terms of like the whole spectacle of it, right? Like you get the tease on Friday and everybody's wondering, and maybe they think they know what it is. And then, the next day you wake up in the morning, the sale goes live. At least for me, I go in, purchase my all in, get out of there. And then I'm like, what did I just buy? I have no idea.
Exactly.
I have no idea what I just purchased. And then I kind of look at it and I'm like, oh my gosh, look at this. Oh, wow, look at that. Oh, wow, look at this. And then immediately go to like turn on, Dork Layer's review and watch him and seeing his reaction to it, because he doesn't know what it is beforehand. And so seeing his guesses and everything, and then his reaction when he's opening it, and then like he puts it through his paces and all this kind of stuff. And then, typically later in the day, on Saturday Day Live, they'll have Jeremy on, maybe even Bill or Trevor, and talk about the figure and the process. And it's just a whole like 24 hours of super fun coolness. And then within like a week or two, typically you have it in hand. Now they said this one is more of like a pre-order style because I guess the shipment isn't quite there yet. So it is going to be a little bit delayed, I think, from the normal, but man, still just a really fun, cool time. So let's see. Kyle says Hansel and Gretel. I could see that.
Look who's across the pond. Did you see the Euro Legions?
Yeah. Hey, welcome. They I was just watching they did a show and they were talking about some exclusives that they're bringing to Legion's Con. They got 12 exclusives that they're bringing to Legion's Con. Exclusive sculpts. So yeah, check that out because that's gonna, and each one, if you buy a one of their exclusives, it comes with a drawing from Richard Jones. He'll do a drawing for you. I wonder what happens if you buy all 12. Like,
he reads you a story.
Oh, see, I was hoping that he would draw me. Like I would lay down like one of his French gals, and he could draw me.
It's probably one of the exclusives already. To be honest with you.
Jeff says it is interesting. This is the first figure obscura is not in stock. It's not the first. There was it Monkey King? There was one of them that was like it was going to arrive shortly. It was like within the same week. So so this has definitely happened before, but it is interesting. I think that just from what we've heard, this back half of the year is going to be so packed of stuff that like there's probably not going to be a weekend where there's not something going on. Whether it's a pre-order or what. Like we just got through the test shots. You got this. We already know there's a graveyard thing coming later on in the year. Who knows what else is coming our way? Everybody's talking about like legacies. They tease legacies. We haven't seen that yet. So, I think it's one of those things where they just got to kind of keep, pumping it out because otherwise they're not going to make through all the stuff they got to get done this year. So
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Do you think that, we've also thrown around the idea before about another figure obscura being added into the calendar? Mm-hmm. This one's early. Usually the one for Halloween comes in September. So is this the September one? Is this the Halloween kind of typical release arriving earlier? Or do we think that this might be an extra one they're slipping in?
Well, if it's the Jersey Devil, which I think it is, then I think it's probably the Halloween moved up. Because they also said, like in the little brochure thing, that Graveyard's coming back in October, right? So I feel like that's probably sliding in to that October slot, the Graveyard, and then this is kind of moving up, but still feeling that I wouldn't say horror, but kind of more scary figure obscura section. So I think that's what's going on. But I mean, who knows? Who knows really? Jeff says, I wonder if they had something to give Bill to review. I'm sure that they did. I'm sure that they, had a small shipment delivered or whatever.
Like they probably had a small airfare over versus the one that's on the ships. So.
Or like, I know they just got Silver Knights in and stuff like that. They could have had them send like a case or a couple cases on that. And then while the other was being finished up or whatever the case may be. Quaisagway seems to think that it's Sam and Dean Winchester from Supernatural. So now here's what I'll say. They've interviewed Treadaway on Figure Obscura numerous times and asked him like what kind of things would make it, what things wouldn't make it. And he's consistently said it has to be cool. It doesn't get any cooler than Sam and Dean Winchester. So I'm just saying. Like, you put them in an Impala in a box, give me a 2-pack of the 2 Winchesters and an Impala. I'm buying that all day long. So
how about this one? How about a Curtis and Darla 2-pack, and you get an art station as your accessories, and you can like build out a whole Art by Akerman set for your shelf.
Maybe. You never know. Just know.
Throwing it out there.
Let's see. Dub 3 says Armory announcement. Yeah, we still haven't heard Armory, and I think there's going to be another Legion's Con exclusive that we haven't heard yet. So it is a pre-order, but it's like I think a short pre-order. I think it's like it's on the way. It's just not quite here yet. So tiny pre-order. So
here's what I say to that. For the short delay that you might have to wait, play with all those other thousands of figures you got.
Yeah, it's just I just don't want anybody thinking it's like a year and a half pre-order. It's not that. It's like it's already made. It's on the way. There are still limited quantities. It's just not quite there yet. So Jeremy said he never said he wouldn't do the Winchesters. That's true. That's true. And G is in if there's an Impala. So, and when you open the box, I wanted to play Wayward Son. Like as you open the box, I wanted to start like just blaring out of it. So, because that is the way. Jeff says it's called a fixed edition pre-order. There you go. That's new terminology for me. I've never heard that one before. So, Paul Morales jumped in. Hello, everybody. Hello, sir. Hello, sir. Only downside is you can't combine shipping with in stock. I'll be honest. When I buy Figure Obscura, I'm like a test shot sale. I'm in, all in, get out. I'm not lingering around and adding stuff to my cart and stuff like that. So I'm not. Yeah. Impala. Am I saying that wrong? It's a Chevy Impala. Do I have an accent, Blake? It was my Missouri coming out?
Well, I'm from Chicago. I think we say it the same, so we're good.
Well, give me an Impala.
Impala.
Yeah. It does sound like what he just spelled out there. So
Impala.
Maybe we're both Midwest guys sounding Midwesty. Yeah. So
that's it.
Jesus, sounds good to him. Okay.
Hey, say Chicago, Curtis. Say Chicago.
So yeah, be aware. Figure Obscura in the morning. Definitely check out Saturday Day Live tomorrow for the recap afterwards, and obviously Bill's review. He does a great job. So yeah, it's just fun times. And then let's see. Sunday we've got Eduardo de Jesus on Shooting the Shelf. So there's that.
Nice.
I'm saying pal. Yeah, that's how it's spelled. It's Impala. So you're saying PAL. Well, that's because there's a PAL in it. That's I don't know. He says we're saying it wrong. All right, Impala.
Cool. I'll live with it.
Darla's saying Impala, like the name Paula, like a girl with an M in front of it. Impala. I don't think so because there's not a U in it. So I don't think that's right. I think it's Impala. Impala.
Hey, I got my education from the North Cities of Chicago. I can't. I apologize in advance. I don't know what's going on. So
yeah, this is how Darla said it. Impala. So Hedgehog's here. Once again, watch Saturday Day Live tomorrow. We do appreciate everybody that helped to get him to 1,000. But that was never the goal. A lot of people have been saying like, hey, you were playing this like race to 1,000 video. It was never race to 1,000. It was always race to 2,000.
Hedgehog action. The race to 1,000. Subscribe now. Or get Pope.
I played the wrong video. That is the 1,000. Never mind. I got that on the Shooting the Shelf one.
Nice one.
Hey, let me do the Men in Black mind wipey thing on you. You guys saw nothing. Hold on. You're watching Shooting the Shelf. You're watching Shooting the Shelf now. And this is the video I meant to show. Hedgehog action. The race to 2,000. Subscribe now. Or get poked by a porcupine. Run, 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 run. Race to 1,000. Subscribe to Hedgehog action on YouTube. Eat shit, Sonic Hedgehog. Action is faster. Eat to do every other hedgehog. Because Jonathan is the best to leave that gooey goo. There you go. And now we're back on Art by Akerman. Here's what I'll say, Rob. He says Darla knows. Darla was born in California. Okay. She grew up in California. And so she may also say it wrong. That's the other possibility, is that just because she's saying it like you doesn't mean that me and Blake are wrong and you're right. Could be the other way around.
I'm just going to say this.
Yeah.
The East Coast and Midwest were settled before the West Coast. And even though I live out here, there's bragging rights to the East Coast. They're first and foremost where we started. So live with it.
Yeah. If you don't like it, forget about it.
Hey, forget about it.
Hey. Weird. We just blanked out for the last 2 minutes. Yeah, it was totally crazy, man. I don't know what happened. So yeah, check out Saturday Live tomorrow. Should be fun. Purple Gang Gang tomorrow night. I have no idea who they've got on as a guest. I don't know. Do we know? I don't know. I don't know if we know. I'm sure they've got somebody cool. I know Billy Beige should be there, and he's been talking. Oh, they got George Gaspar tomorrow night. Sweet. And Billy Beige has been talking about the figure obscura. This guy, like, he lives for this stuff, man. He does all kinds of research and, trying to figure out what's going on. So should be good. Should be fun. Yeah. And what else do I got going on? Next week I'll be traveling, so should have at least one travel toy video, if not two. We'll see. Just depends on what I find. Hopefully I can find some good stuff. Definitely got some McFarlane's I'm looking for out there. There's a new No Man's Land Batman that looks pretty cool. They got gray and blue version, and then they've also got a gray and black version. So that should be a fun one to try to look for. And what else? Try to do some more exploded figure reviews when I get back in town, but that's not going to happen this upcoming week because I'm going to be traveling. So anything else that you want to share with the folks while we've got them here?
Yeah, me and Skelly will be making a journey travel week for us next week. So me and Skelly will be out traveling the Pacific Northwest, maybe, stopping and taking a couple cameo shots somewhere that's really fun, and saying hi to everybody.
Very cool.
Saturday night, Warhammer, Toy Hammer After Dark on the Wraith Mace channel, if you want to talk about Warhammer or anything Joy Toy related. And then Sunday morning, go to bed late, and then I get right back up nice and early for New to Mythics. We're going to dip in with Schmerber, Joe G, and several others. We're going to talk about lots of cool things, top tens, and the side of collecting that people, there's portions of the dark side of collecting of, like, FOMO and all this other stuff that we're going to deep dive into that psychology. So
that's weird. I don't remember getting my my invite for that. So
Schmerber, if you're watching, you're in trouble.
Yeah, I did. I think he meant to send it to me, Blake. So if you just want to send me that link, it's all good.
Oh, wait, here it is. He wrote me. He said, crap, I left. For some reason, it wouldn't go through. Please send to Curtis Akerman. Got it. Okay, I'll send it over to you.
Appreciate it. Actually, I would not be able to make it as much as I'd love to be there. And I will probably have to catch the replay because I've got another How'd They Do That I'm filming on Sunday with a certain Ryan Gonzalez of Saturday Day Live fame, talking about his toy photography. So, yeah.
And yes, MJ Staten, the figure obscure reveal is tomorrow morning, bright and early.
Yep. Be there or be square. So, once again, tonight, Off-World, best space movie. If you're interested, you want to be on screen, let me know if I can fit you in. We got 10 spots. So once the 10 spots are taken, they're taken. But if you're interested, let me know. I'll try to get you in. We're trying to make sure we have enough older people in there so that we don't have a Batman situation, Batmobile situation where people are trying to get like Batman Beyond to go all the way through the top, better than, 89 and better than Superpowers Batmobile and all those iconic ones. So, yeah, so we want to make sure that we kind of stack the deck with some, 40 plus year old gentlemen and not all the like 20-year-olds and stuff. So yeah,
Robert, hold on, Robert, you cracked me up, dude. He just sent a
yeah, he sent me a YouTube video.
A YouTube video how to pronounce Impala. Sorry,
Impala. Paula.
I don't even know if it's going to come in. There you go. The how to pronounce Impala. Thank you.
Impala.
Yeah.
There you go, folks. That's what it is, I guess. I don't know. It is what it is. Well, I think that's all I've got for you guys. So let's see. You call me Al. Yeah, Impala. That's what I said. But he's saying it's wrong. He's saying, like, Darla is saying it's Impala, like the word, like the name Paula, like a girl with an M in front of it, Impala. And then he's saying Impala or Paul. What I'm saying Impala. No, I'm saying Impal. He's saying Impal. I don't know what he's saying. He's saying this, whatever this
All
is.
I'm going to
what
tell you
he's
is he
saying.
needs to change his name because he's a little He's a little keyed up today. His name is Spunky Zorro right now because he's,
Yeah. When I'm saying 20 somethings, I mean the younger guys, the Jeff Evans of the world, the Dylans of the world, the Rygons of the world. You know, they get thrown into a bracket, and all of a sudden they're like, Guardians of the Galaxy is the best space movie ever. What about Star Wars? I wasn't alive. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay, man.
I wasn't alive during Casablanca, but I actually know the movie's top quality.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Here. Okay. A little teaser for tonight. I gotta give Jeff some shit since he wants to, he wants to throw stuff out there. I gotta give him some shit. So Jeff helped me out tremendously. I love Jeff to death. He's an amazing person. He does the thumbnails. He also sent me a list of a bunch of space movies to go off of. Okay, we're talking about space movies. He sent me one Star Wars film, 4 Alien films, 4 Alien films, 1 Star Wars.
That seems fair.
That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm like, come on. There's no way you're getting 4 Alien films in and 1 Star Wars. That's not working. So, just throwing that out there. You're not 40 yet, and you still vote like a 20-year-old. So, yeah, your voting needs to, your voting needs to grow up a little bit. Your voting needs some gray hairs. Spaceballs. I think oh gosh. I wonder if I missed Space. Oh no, it's on.
Yes, that one on there.
It's on.
Did it make it
Yes,
on there?
It's on there.
Okay, I was going to say that has
because
to be
initially we said space sci-fi, and then we changed to just space films. And so yes, Spaceballs is on there. So Flash Gordon is on there. So yeah, I'm sure there's going to be something we're going to forget or we have left off there that people are going to lose their minds over, but it is what it is. The rule of thumb is that when it came down to because we usually throw a big net first, we say these are all the films, and they're like, okay, well this one can't win and this one can't. That's usually the rule of thumb for me. Is I look at it and go, do I think this could be the best space film ever? And if it's not number one, I don't care if it's good. If it's not one that could clearly be number one, out of here. So he says he rocks the vote. He's getting out the youth vote. Oh, that's cool. That's funny. Yeah, Flash Gordon's a good one. I've got some favorites in this. Okay, another spoiler alert for tonight. Okay, and I'll just say if people don't like this, Blake, what do we tell them?
Go start your own damn channel. Tough shit.
There you go. Start your own show. So the last few brackets that we've done, I've done this like shuffle, whatever, and however it lands. Fuck that shuffle shit. Okay. I strategically placed this bracket tonight the way that I wanted to place it based on the matchups that I wanted to see, the tough choices I wanted people to make. And we're going to see how it plays out. So there is no shuffling tonight. It's the way Curtis put it, because you know what? Curtis did the work. He got all the pictures. He put the bracket together. So Curtis rules.
So basically, knowing how you work, Curtis, we're in for an evening of some drama, because knowing you like to pit things and stoke the fire a little bit. So this is going to be fun.
Okay. I'll just give you an example. Okay. Like, I'm not going to have a situation like we had with the action films where 2 movies that are essentially the same make it like towards the very end. Like, you got to make some decisions right out of the bat. So I've got like Alien versus Aliens, round 1. You got to pick one. They're not both going to the second round. One of them's got to go. You got to tell me which one is your favorite. First round, New Hope versus Empire. You got to pick one. You can't. They're not both going to the next round. They're not both making it to the finals. They're not making it to the quarterfinals. First round, you got to pick one. Okay, so there's going to be some people that have certain fandoms. If let's just say, for instance, somebody wanted 4 Aliens films in there, you're going to have to make a decision in round 1, because not all 4 are going to make the list, much less make the finals. So,
just like MJ Staten said, I think you learned a little bit from the Batmobile situation, huh?
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. I am very much stacking the deck here. And you know what's another thing in the action film one, like my two that I was rooting for was either Matrix or Blade, and they faced each other in the first round. We're not having that situation either. Like, that's not happening. I'm not having my favorite two going against each other in the first round. Now that guarantees one of them moves on, but it also guarantees that one of them's out. So, there is a third Star Wars movie. So there's 3 Star Wars movies in the bracket. I've already told you 2. I'm not telling you the third one. So you'll have to guess. Yes, it is in there. So yeah, we will see. We'll see how it comes out tonight. Like I said, if you're interested, give us a holler. We'll see if we can fit you on screen. And I think that's all I got. Blake, any final words?
See you tonight for the fun.
All right. Eat shit, Sonic. See ya.